Welcome
to
Those Two Chicks with a Podcast. I'm Jordan.
I'm Emma Grace.
We're just trying to figure this out.
Not right now.
We're trying to talk to the camera more this time.
Yes.
I
get so nervous.
It's weird.
Yeah.
We're both self-conscious people.
Yes.
Just bear with us if you're a visual listener.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, wait.
No.
Sorry, that was just like natural politeness. Sorry. So I don't know. We're trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Just get over it. Mm-hmm. We'll figure it out. We might not be the most appealing to look at, but
eventually we'll just have Photoshop
we'll
pictures
slowly
over our
get
head.
work done.
Yeah.
So start subbing so we have some money to fix it, Jared. No one's complained yet, but I feel like if you were going to, your name's Jared.
Look, Jared's like the nicest subscriber ever.
You're right. What was the coffee guy's name? Wasn't it Jared?
What?
From Starbucks. Who knew our podcast?
No.
What was his name?
Sam!
Sam! He's the nice one. Jared's a dick.
You had to tell me something.
Oh, it was kind of stupid, but I just had to tell you because I thought you'd think it was funny. Mm-hmm. But somehow Lincoln knows who Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is all of a sudden.
Oh, okay.
And he's just randomly brought him up in conversation. So there was a Mr.
Like they're best friends?
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird. There was like a Mr. Clean box on the table. He goes, "Why is The Rock Johnson on that box?" And he laughed.
Just a bald man?
Just a bald man. And then Lila was playing with slime, and she was getting it in her hair. And I said, don't you? I had to take it away. I was like, you know what happens when you get slime in your hair? I'm going to have to shave all your hair off. And Lincoln goes, then you'll be as bald as The Rock Johnson. Why?
Like he has other traits about him.
I was like, who did you?
Anything?
Who did you? I've never talked about him in my life. To Lincoln.
To school?
I think YouTube.
Oh.
And then, so he was just talking, all weekend, it was The Rock Johnson.
Fair enough.
I don't know. I just had to tell you.
What else is new with you?
The deer.
Yeah.
It finally melted.
It melted.
For a second, I thought someone took it, took the car piece away.
Yeah.
But it just melted into the grass.
It took a long time.
That was, solid 2 months.
Yes.
So... if you're a local listener, maybe you've seen the deer.
You know what we're talking about.
He's melted now.
It's good.
I saw that and I was like, well, finally he can be put to rest. You know? It's
about time.
He was just on display.
I know. Poor thing.
I know. How about you? What's up?
My baby's teething.
Yeah.
3 months.
He's a little baby.
3 teeth coming in.
1 for every month. Mm-hmm. He's going to continue for the rest of his life.
Update, I have a different finger story. Remember last time I talked about my infected finger?
Yeah, and now I have a hangnail and I'm tired. I'm scared to touch it.
Take care of it.
I know. It's just hanging there.
So I was getting coffee and it was almost gone. And I'm like, why did I heat up this pot of coffee? I was going to reheat coffee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I realized it was a
barely
sip.
there. Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know. Sometimes you need that extra sip.
And I wanted a new pot. I was like,
I need it.
So then I went to go grab it and it kind of slipped and I touched the hot plate on the thing. It burned my middle finger.
Oh my God.
Next to my infected finger.
Oh, Jesus.
And then I had a whole blister.
And then you had to get it amputated.
Yeah.
You don't have any fingers on that hand.
Yeah. But now it's healing.
Oh,
but I had a blister next to my infected. I'm like, what is wrong with me?
You're a hot mess.
Yes.
That's mom life, though.
Yeah.
I feel like you didn't have a lot of stories about that before, and now you're just...
I did, but it was more I fell up the stairs. Fell. That's true. Very clumsy.
I guess you have always been close. Mom stress just adds to it because you're fucking tired. You don't know which way is up.
That bad. That's the problem.
Yeah, but your brain gets scrambled.
I like to think so, but I feel like it's never really changed.
They suck the life out of you. You give them life by giving them your life.
Yeah. No, I will say my baby's actually pretty good. He sleeps quite a bit.
Most are, but they still.
But I just feel like the coffee pot really is the enemy.
Fucking asshole. Get rid of that. Keep the baby. Oh, shit. Should we get into it?
Sure.
And it's that time. Fun facts with Emma.
welcome to Fun Facts with Emma.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how I got this fun fact is like I'm going to take you on a trip inside my head.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
So this is like, everyone's like, how does your brain work? Because I just have random stupid things all the time.
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Okay.
So I'm going to title this segment as like old day drama gossip.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh.
I'll think of a better name.
My favorite.
So I'm going to tell you about Charles Dickens.
Okay.
So this is how it started.
Okay.
There's a new show on Apple TV called Emily Dickinson.
I feel like maybe I've seen the trailer.
Okay.
I don't know. I love Apple TV.
Yeah. I haven't watched many things on it, but I'll take your word on it.
Jennifer Gardner has a good show on there right now.
I don't really watch a lot of Jennifer Gardner.
It's actually Jennifer Gardner, and I just wanted to see if you'd pick up on it because Lucas gets so mad at me when I say it like that.
Gardner?
Did you know that? It's Garner.
Garner?
You say it like that!
Garner.
Garner.
What is
like,
it?
Garner. It's Garner.
Garner.
It's Garner.
Garner.
He gets so mad at me because I say Jennifer Gardner.
Oh.
I've always thought it was Jennifer Gardner.
Oh.
It's Garner.
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 Garner. I have to say it so I don't get it wrong. Dickinson reminded me of Dickens, and then I thought Charles Dickens, and I grew up watching A Christmas Carol.
Oh, I hate that movie.
See, and I freaking loved it as a kid.
My husband's favorite movie, my mom's favorite movie. I hate it.
I wouldn't say it's my favorite movie, but I was really
Christmas
addicted to
movie.
it. So, my favorite version, though, is the 1984 classic, and it stars George C. Scott. And I freaking loved him.
That?
An old actor.
Okay.
He played Scrooge in A Christmas Carol.
Okay.
But I watched this movie as a VHS tape at my grandma's house, and I watched it like all year long. It didn't matter what season it was.
Yeah.
But I kind of liked him as like a grandpa figure. Like he just gave me like, I wish he could be my grandpa.
I felt like he was my grandpa.
Yeah, like I don't know why he was just like, oh, he could be my grandpa.
Yeah.
A side story onto this. This isn't about it, but I'll tell you something really funny.
Okay.
It's kind of like set.
He actually is your grandpa?
No, but it's dark humor, but it's funny.
Okay.
So most people don't know this about me. Some people do. It's not like something. It's not like a fact I tell myself, like 3 facts about yourself. This does not come up.
Yeah.
But I grew up most of my life with just 2 grandmas.
Okay.
My grandma Thelma recently passed away just a few years ago. But so I have 1 grandma left, right? But when I was born, my grandpa passed. My first grandpa passed away a couple months after I was born.
Yeah.
And then the other one passed away before I turned a year old.
Yeah.
So I grew up with no grandpas.
Same.
All right, so we're on the picture. There's no grandpas.
Yeah.
I love George C. Scott because he reminded me of my grandpa. And I was talking to my husband. This is recently.
Okay.
And I like started crying laughing because it was just so like, what is my life?
Yeah.
So I was like, I should just like write him a letter. He's probably in his late 80s or 90s, you know? Like I should write him a letter and be like, you know, I really looked up to you and like you were like a grandpa figure.
Yeah, that's cute.
This man passed away in September of 99, so he too died after I turned 1.
You're a grandpa killer!
So what the fuck? Did I lose both my grandpas? I lost my fake one too. And I grew up thinking he's alive.
And you're like, I can finally connect with my pseudo-grandpa.
But I would never know because when I watched him as a little kid, you know, we had dial-up internet. So it wasn't like I
would never think
Google.
like to Google him either.
Right.
Like,
so,
what?
I know.
Wow.
So he also has passed
R.I.P.
away. Back to my thing. That's not what this is about.
Oh.
So it's about Charles Dickens because it just reminded me of that. And I was just interested because it was like, what place does Christmas Carol, like what's the year?
Right.
And it took place in like 1840s.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, how old's Charles Dickens? So then that's how this whole started. This is what the fun fact's about. Not that Emma doesn't have grandpas. It's about
How many grandpas has Emma murdered?
It's about Charles Dickens.
Okay.
And he was born February 7th, 1812.
Okay.
Which, fun fact, my son's due date was supposed to be February 8th.
Why do I feel like I've always felt like he was alive before that? I didn't know he was an 1800s guy.
I don't know.
I thought he was like a 1700s guy. I don't know.
Help you with that one. That's not the fun fact today.
I'm sorry.
So here's the fun fact.
Yeah.
This man had 10 children with his wife named Catherine.
Wait, hold on. All the children were named Catherine?
Charles' wife name was named
Oh,
Catherine.
I'm sorry. I thought you were going to tell me, like,
He had 10 kids.
1, 2, 3, 4.
No, he had 10 kids.
Okay.
So now Charles and Catherine were married from 1836 to 1858.
Okay.
And then I looked at it because I was like, when did he die? 1858?
Yeah.
No, he passed away in 1870.
Okay.
So I was like, so Catherine died at 1858, right?
Okay.
No. Catherine passed away in 1879.
Okay.
So I did some digging because clearly they were separated from their marriage. That's the story of it.
So they got
But
divorced.
that's really rare back then.
Back then, for sure.
So I knew this had to be good because this guy has 10 kids.
Yeah.
That's how this whole started.
Okay.
I just realized the dates were off.
So you're like, what happened?
Exactly.
Scandal is in here somewhere, and I'm going to
Exactly.
sniff it out.
And I did with my sniffer.
Found it. What's in there? What can we find?
So, would you like to know what he did to his wife when he got over the marriage?
Kind of, but...
So, they got married when she was about 20. And I think Charles was 23.
Sorry if I'm yawning. You're not boring. I'm just a little tired.
Clearly. So, early marriage was fine. They traveled the world. She was
Okay.
an actress. She wrote a cookbook.
Ooh, good for her.
So 10 kids. Mm-hmm. She was like pregnant constantly for a good chunk of it.
Could you imagine?
One after the other.
Ooh.
And one article said that Charles didn't want to have all these kids.
Oh.
And he blamed Catherine that it was her fault that they had so many kids. And the reason was because she came from a big family.
It's definitely not the semen that comes from you.
No.
Asshole.
So he made them get separate beds. Okay. And then he put a bookcase in between the beds because sex led to babies. And Charles said, we have too many of those. And it's your fault.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then
yeah,
he started cheating on his wife with an 18-year-old named Ellen.
Oh.
So Charlie wanted to be with Ellen. So he told the village. Really, it was just a town. It was
the whole village.
I just think the village sounds more fun.
No, the village is cooler.
So he told the whole town, Catherine, she's insane.
I hate men in the 1800s.
Even tried to get her committed. Told people she was a bad mother, not a great housekeeper.
She wrote a cookbook.
He said her food was gross.
Lock her up. She burnt my bread.
She wrote a cookbook.
My porridge.
But then
Get him.
Charlie sent a bracelet to Catherine.
Oh.
But he really meant to send it to Ellen. So that's when he got caught. And Catherine was like, excuse me? You know? Then Charlie, he writes to the newspaper, of all people.
Why you gotta tell everybody
I
your
don't know
business?
why, but he says that Catherine is lying about cheating and she's insane.
What the fuck?
They separated.
Uh-huh.
Catherine left, and sadly she lost a lot of contact with her children.
Oh. He got to keep the kids?
I don't know how that
Or
really
she just
works.
like couldn't afford it.
I'm
probably.
wondering that. I don't really.
That is so sad.
I don't know them.
Sounds like you do. It kind of sounds like you're a part of the family.
But get this. They actually never legally divorced.
Oh. That's rough too.
Isn't that crazy? And all started with that Emily Dickinson, and we got to he cheated, has 10 kids.
So, moral of the story is men have always been shit and always will be shit.
Not all men, but Charles Dickens.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's not good.
85%. And if you're a male listener, you're probably not a part of the 85%.
Yeah.
I apologize. Don't put this on TikTok because they will come for us.
Oh, yeah.
That part.
Oh, yeah.
All the Andrew Tate fans will be up in arms.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, that's going to be on my next segment. That's my next segment.
Okay.
Not today. I mean next week. We're going to talk about Andrew Tate.
Okay.
Okay.
I
can't believe you ever heard of him. He's terrible.
Should I know who that is?
No. I mean, well, only because there was a little bit of an extra scandal, but he's honestly not somebody who's, like, worth knowing about. Like, he's kind of a shitty person. So, that's crazy, though.
So that's my fun fact
today.
I
love juicy gossip.
Especially 1800s.
Old-timey juicy gossip?
Yeah.
I feel like that needs to be a segment sometimes.
Who knew?
Old gossip.
All from Google.
I love it. I can't believe he wrote a letter. He's like, I am a white woman living in America. And just wrote his little letter to the newspaper.
I know.
Okay. Are you ready for mine?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Not really. I'm excited. I don't really know what you're going to do. But...
It's really not that weird. It's just kind of weird. And this is, what did Jordan find online?
What is it this time?
So, today, that's the beginning of the video.
Sorry, it was a car.
So this week...
That's scared. Oh, there's all kinds of noises.
Yeah, that's this. I thought you were hearing the music.
I don't know.
Oh. I hate that sound.
Yeah.
Okay, so I found a community on TikTok that genuinely believes gnomes are real. A whole community about it.
Like, what do you mean?
Like gnomes. Like in the woods, gnomes. Like gnomes are real.
Like garden
Like
gnomes?
over the hedge. No, not garden gnomes, but like gnomes that garden gnomes were modeled after. Do you want to see proof?
The proof.
I was just
sorry.
scrolling, just listening to my watching my cake videos.
Oh yeah, because you're on
and
cake time.
all of a sudden,
Oh,
sorry, that was super loud. So this is a moth gnome. I'm pretty sure that's just a stump covered in moss. But these people, like,
that's what it looks like.
These videos have over like 400,000 likes. Like, these people genuinely actually believe that gnomes are real. So this guy bought something off the dark web to catch a gnome. These people.
Are they running away from them?
Yeah. Hold on, I gotta show you this one because I didn't see this one before. And this one literally... This one's so good. Okay, watch this. It's
like a little baby. Like,
it's like a baby with a hat on. It was just killing me. Like, and I just found myself scrolling and watching all these gnome-proof videos for like an hour.
Wait, how did you get to this part of TikTok?
I don't
know.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I watch some cryptid stuff sometimes.
Oh.
But it was in between a cupcake decorating video. And then all of a sudden I was on this gnome talk. And so I just wanted to let you guys all know, if you're interested in gnomes, there's gnome talk. And you can...
It's going to become like a religion.
It probably is. And I mean, like, these people are like, straight up, they really believe in gnomes. Especially in Mexico. I don't know why.
Interesting.
I really don't know why. And then
what about the history of gnomes
there's one where, like, gnomes are, like, attacking a car.
What?
And, like, attack this guy. This one's
no.
so edited, it literally looks like the Gremlins movie. Hold on. I'm shaking everything. Did you see him get tackled?
Yeah.
And it's just, like, a little black little figure. It's like,
what the heck?
So, in conclusion, gnomes are real.
Now we're going to be attacked by a gnome.
So, I know it's not drama.
Yeah.
I just had to tell you that there's, like, genuinely a gnome community out there that, like,
interesting,
is fully into it. I had something else I wanted to talk about, which is more drama.
Okay.
You guys let me know if you want to have, like, a full episode on this, because I feel like it could be a whole episode.
Okay.
Is Britney Spears actually dead? Is Britney Spears actually dead? And has she been replaced with a lookalike? And then they're using AI to, like, edit her into, like, videos and pictures and stuff.
Oh.
Have you seen this?
Yeah, I've seen, who do they try to do that same thing to? Avril Lavigne?
Avril Lavigne.
That's what I was thinking.
Hers is more, but...
Like,
hers is less believable to me because she's still, like, out in public and, like...
Yeah, that one didn't really
no
make
one
sense.
ever really sees Britney Spears ever.
No.
And
that's
when
true.
people have seen her once, like, having a meltdown at a restaurant, which, like, obviously she has, like, people need to help her. The people around her need to help her. And I don't mean to, like, make fun of somebody who has, like, mental illness. Like, that's not what I'm trying to say. But the pictures are fucking weird. Someone enhanced them. Okay, now watch this video. These are pictures from her wedding that have been enhanced. So people can see what she, like, because they're kind of blurry. So people enhance them so they can see what they really look like. That's not a person. It's a badly, like, photoshopped or AI generated picture.
Uh-huh.
Right?
This looks really weird.
Like, it looks like, because there's AI programs that can create a picture.
Yeah.
And that's what it looks like. Like, it looks like someone gave, like, samples of Britney Spears and then it generated this picture.
Mm-hmm.
And her videos are fucking weird. She only wears, like, the same things all the time. Oh. And her pictures have been weird for forever. Mm-hmm. You know, that's, like, kind of what started, like, the Free Britney movement. Like, it was obvious that, like, something was going on. But it's progressively gotten weirder. Mm-hmm. And it just, like, she doesn't look like herself anymore, which could happen from, like, you know, they had her on so many medications that were just hurting her more than helping her. And, you know, not everybody in Hollywood has to keep up with, like, plastic surgery and, like, you know, like, people were like, her teeth look different. Well, it's like, yeah, because she's aged and, like, she obviously hasn't gotten, like, more dental work done. Like, people's teeth separate. Like, if you stop wearing a retainer or whatever.
Right.
But and that I can believe. Like, maybe she just doesn't want more work done or whatever. She's living her life. But how are those pictures? Why are the pictures like that from her wedding? And then some people were pointing out, too, that her wedding pictures, like, there's some where her hair is, like, totally bleached to the root. So it looks like she had her hair done. But then there's other pictures where she has a ton of root. Like, it had grown out. So it literally, like, does not make sense.
Oh.
So is the real Britney being held hostage somewhere? Still being controlled by the people around her? Mm-hmm. And they've brought in this lookalike? Or, like, what's going on with Britney Spears? So tell me, do you guys want a whole, like, most of the episode about that sometime?
Yeah.
Or, because I think it's really interesting.
Interesting.
And I feel terrible for Britney Spears.
Yeah. We interesting to see what, like, the counterpart of, I think that's what's so common with, like, TikTok and AI tools that we look at this, we're like, this is it, but what's the counterpart of, like, what could be debunked or couldn't be debunked?
Yeah, I mean, that could take, like, we could really make an episode out of that. So let me know, do you guys want to hear more about gnomes or more about Britney Spears possibly not being real anymore? Because I think both are cool. I'm more leaning towards Britney Spears, but I do think I might do an episode just about the gnome community.
We're going gnome hunting?
Gnome hunting. Oh, my God. We could totally do that in the woods around here, but we'd find tons of gnomes. But they kind of seem a little scary in some of the videos.
Well, I guess they're attacking us.
We just see, like, little toddlers running around with gnome outfits on. Like, who let these guys loot? Where are you guys from? My nephew.
We'll film it.
We'll do Lila. It'll be perfect. Oh, God. So, anyway, on to the meat of our episode.
Yes.
We're talking to you guys about legends today.
Ooh.
I'm going to go first.
Yes.
There is not, like, I feel like a lot of cryptids are legends. Or, like, there's a lot of legends about cryptids.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Well, there was, like, the dog man from Michigan, and...
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like they kind of overlap a little bit, depending on what you're talking about.
They do. I'm going to tell you, tell you guys. Disclaimer, I genuinely apologize for, like, part of this story because it is kind of gross. Like, why this happens is kind of gross.
I'm so nervous.
I'm so sorry.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I might make it, like, I might be making it a bigger deal than it really is.
I hope so.
But I'm going to tell you about the legend of the Jarjaka. Jarjaka? It probably isn't. It's probably Harhaka. It's a Harhaka.
What is it?
I think it's a Harhaka.
Bless you. Like,
It's a legend from Peru, but they speak Portuguese, don't they? Or do they speak Spanish?
I don't know. We'll Google it.
Hold on. Okay. Put an insert noise. It's a Harhaka because it's with J's.
Oh.
You know?
Sure.
Okay, hold on.
I took French.
Come on, howtopronounce.com. No results found. You're just supposed to say the word. I think it's a Harhaka. I'm going to go with that. It's Spanish and isn't
It's Spanish.
It's Spanish and isn't Spanish. Aren't H's in Spanish or J's in Spanish? Like, oh, that's not it. Like Jesus is Jesus. was going to say like Ola, but Ola's an A. Jola.
What'd you take in high school?
French. I didn't take Spanish. I edit videos into Spanish, but I don't know how to speak them. That's the only reason why I'm like, it's probably Jarhaca.
Like Jorge is a J.
Thank you. Yeah.
I think.
Well, no. Yep. Jorge. It's a Jarhaca, okay? I'm going to show you the picture.
And sorry to offend anybody if it's not a Jarhaca.
We're just stupid white girls. You can drag us for that. It's fine. Yeah, we took French. We don't use it, but we took it. Which is the llama with a human face. Okay. And this is what it looks like.
Oh my!
Is that not scary? Is that not scary? I know! That's why I had to tell you about this, because it's so fucking creepy. Now, I'm going to tell you, disclaimer. Okay, this is kind of gross. So, how does a Jarhaca come to be? There's a legend in Peru that if you commit incest...
So sorry. You're done.
I know, it's gross. So sorry. This is to deter anyone. I know that's fucked up, but that's the only gross part. Well, not the only. As a punishment, God will transform you into a monstrous llama with a human face.
Because you had incest?
Mm-hmm. Because you performed incestuous acts. And that's how Jarhacas come to be.
Oh.
I know, sorry. That's the only part that was really gross, because I even hate saying the word incest. So the legend of the Jarhaca has been passed down through generations within Peru. Its infamy stems from being perceived as a curse rather than a mere creature, particularly as a punishment for those who commit acts of incest, deemed one of the gravest sins by Christians in Peru. According to which, like, anywhere, like, never fucking do
like
that.
Incest
like,
should be like a
please, like,
thing.
fucking that, like, everywhere.
Not a religious thing necessarily.
Everywhere. It's wrong and absolutely fucking disgusting.
Don't do it.
I'm not going to mention the word again because it grosses me out so bad. Okay. So according to superstition, when this disgusting sin is committed, they will be transformed by God into a Jarhaca, a monstrous and ghastly being. This is the description of the Jarhaca. According to the legend, the victim of the curse would undergo a transformation into a monstrous form that bore resemblance to a hybrid of a human with a llama or alpaca. The transformation was said to occur after sundown, and the creature's appearance would feature a twisted and distorted version of its original human face atop a sickly and why is it malformed? I don't like that word. Is that right?
Malformed?
It's like, he's like...
Trying to read your face, and I don't know.
Like lumpy. Like, he's not right.
He's
like twisted. Like a twisted form of an alpaca or llama. Like, he's nasty looking. He's not like, oh, an alpaca.
With a human face.
Ooh, that face is kind of weird, but he's fluffy. It's like not even like that. He's like fucked up.
You are deformed. I am deformed. And you are ugly. And I am ugly.
Genuinely. Like, this is fucked up. Okay. So the most recognizable characteristic of our Jarhaca is its piercing call, which is a loud, rattling crime. It is a crime.
Yeah.
But that reverberates across the hills. It's a repetitive sound of jar, 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 jar.
What?
It goes jar, 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 jar. He goes jar, 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 jar.
You just said J's or H's.
Oh, he probably goes. Har, 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 har. He goes. Har, 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 har. Oh, but it says it's piercing, so he's probably like. Har, 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 har. Probably is. It's probably like. Har, 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 har. Insert teapot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It said, the sound is enough to send shivers down the spines of villagers.
Well, sure.
Like, there's a fucking alpaca again. Lock the door, Grandma. Okay. And then there are variations in the legends, with some describing the creature as retaining its human hands and feet.
Ew.
I know. While others depict it with fleshy hooves.
Fleshy hooves? Oh, no. Ew.
That's something that I never want to hear described.
That's the name of this episode.
I feel like that could be the name of a metal band. Fleshy hooves.
Sure. That's fleshy hooves. That's the album cover. And they're like leaning up against like a brick wall. I haven't had coffee yet. I think it's affecting me. That's the name of the song.
The name of the song is Don't Fuck Your Grandma. Why the fleshy hooves?
Yes, please tell me.
So they would be punished with agonizing pain with each step. Because wouldn't a fleshy hoof hurt? Because he probably weighs a lot. He's like an alpaca or a llama. Llama.
Llama.
Llama. Want to hear how to counteract a harhaka? A harhaka?
I would love to.
Okay. It is a Peruvian, by the way, because it says right here, some Peruvians.
Oh, okay.
Some Peruvians believe that the human soul resides within the brain.
Mm.
As a result, it was believed that if the harhaka consumed a victim's brain, it would consume their soul. And if the creature ingested a pure and clean soul, it was thought that it could potentially absorb the soul's power, thus breaking the curse. So it's like, well, if I eat somebody who hasn't committed incest, then I'll be free, you know? Or you could just not commit incest. But another version of the tale claims that consuming a victim's soul would render the harhaka invincible, making it impossible to kill. Which at that point, I'd be like, just kill me. You know?
Yeah.
Don't you think?
I think so. Hiccup, sorry. Sorry.
The only defense against the creature was to carry a mirror. If the harhaka saw its reflection, it would be repulsed by its appearance and flee. Don't pout.
Oh, sorry.
It's a horrible person.
That's true. They did commit incest. That's how it got to be.
By its appearance and flee back into the darkness in shame, allowing the fortunate individual to escape. Excuse me, sir. Am I ugly?
I'm ugly and I'm proud.
I'm ugly and I'm proud. If encountered before consuming a clean soul, the creature could potentially be defeated by a common blade or metal object. There were risks, however, as the harhaka's demonic eyes could be hypnotizing to its attacker, compelling them to sacrifice themselves to the creature in order to feed it.
Ew.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's nasty.
And like you can capture it. And you lock it into a room that has a mirror on each wall. I'm eating my hair, sorry. That has a mirror on each wall. And this would cause the creature to panic because it's so disgusted by it. Which is how I feel when I wake up and look in the mirror in the morning. That's depressing. And it's widely believed that if the harhaka was captured and held until morning, it would revert to its human form as soon as the sunlight touched its skin. Now, once it transformed back into a human, you'd think like someone's doing this to be nice, right?
Yeah.
But no.
Oh.
As soon as it's transformed back into a human and its true identity is exposed, the captor would then blackmail the unfortunate cursed individual into paying a large sum of money to keep their shameful secret of having committed incest with a family member hidden. And that is the legend of the harhaka.
Wow. I don't know what to say.
I told you it was weird.
You did. You did tell me.
I warned her.
You did.
But I also had, I've never heard of that creature. So I was like, oh,
No.
that's different. That's different.
Let's think on that.
Yeah. So just don't do it.
Mine.
Okay. You're just scary, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, I when I was done reading, I'm like, ugh.
Oh, nice.
That's what I did.
Oh, I love that.
It's about a wishing well.
I hate wishing wells.
You're going to hate this one.
Okay.
So, this takes place in Maine, actually, which I think
I love
gives... Maine. I love Maine.
Yeah.
But I think it
Good
really
vibes.
can give off
Creepy
vibes.
That's true.
Isn't, like, Stephen King's books, a lot of them are based off in Maine?
I don't know. Stephen King scares me.
I could be making that up.
We're not fact checkers. We just have a podcast. I don't know what to tell you.
So, this urban legend is, it all started with a dare.
Ooh. The worst way to start.
Yes.
Fucking white people.
And it all took place at a wishing well. I don't know if I'm going to say this right. Sabattus?
Don't ask me.
Sabattus?
I didn't know how to say harhaka.
Sabattus. But it's
Spell it slower. But how am I supposed to get that?
Sabbattus.
Sab.
Ttus.
Us.
Yeah.
Sabattus.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And it's in Maine. It's a town in Maine.
Okay.
Okay, so a group of teens dared their friend to go down into the well.
Why?
Bored.
I'm already just thinking, why?
He sat on top of a rubber tire with a rope and was lowered down into the well.
Okay.
And then as he was released lower and lower, and then his friends, they could no longer see or hear him.
Okay.
And things became eerily quiet.
Oh.
They also noticed that there was no movement.
Oh. That's not good.
So the teen boys ended up pulling the rope back up.
Okay.
And they noticed their friend was not the friend they saw a few minutes ago.
Oh.
His speech was impaired, and he wasn't making any sense. They quickly realized his hair had turned white, and his face had the essence of an older man. He came back with wrinkles. Benjamin Button.
Timmy? Timothy.
But mostly it was his eyes that changed. The eyes that used to be bright blue were now dull black.
Ooh.
So he went completely insane, is what the friends said. And due to, like, the urban legends, this boy never was the same again. He was put in an institution, and you can hear his screams from the room as he is trapped still in the institution.
What?
And that's it. Isn't that creepy?
Yeah. What
See,
the
switch.
hell?
They found a well in the woods. They did a dare, and he came back, and
There was a lot of lead down there.
his hair went
It's
white.
like
He had
vein.
wrinkles. He just screams now.
How long they leave him down there?
A few minutes.
Lead poisoning.
It's like reverse
What
Botox.
the hell? It was not the fountain of youth. Wow, that's scary.
Yeah, and his eyes were all black.
Like, why would you ever be like, oh yeah, put me down this well? Like, what if there's like water down there and he drowned or something? Like, he fell off his tire.
That wasn't apparent at the time.
And also, like, how far down did he go?
Until they couldn't see him anymore, so probably
Fuck.
pretty far.
What the fuck? I don't like that.
I know.
Wells creep me out.
But can you just imagine walking in the forest? They're just
A well?
a well.
I would
With a gnome?
Well, if there's a gnome, I'm staying. But if there's
Right.
no gnome, I'm turning around.
Right.
Because I feel like gnomes are nice.
Thought the videos you showed
Well,
me.
those were gremlin gnomes. There's moss gnomes.
Right.
Moth gnome. Moth gnome?
I thought it was a moss gnome. Like it was covered in moss. That was it.
Wow, I like that. That is scary.
Just short and creepy.
Yeah,
That's the urban
I
legend.
love short and creepy stories. Like especially like at night, and then people do like a TikTok, and it's just ooh,
And there's no context.
no context.
We don't know where the well came from.
I'm happy
Or
to have
anything.
less context than Harhaka context.
That is true.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
true.
that was good.
Thank you.
So we should tell them about next week.
Yeah.
I'm going to be talking next week most of the time, which I apologize in advance for. But I'm going to talk a little bit about like weird timeline things. Can't give you more context to that. I don't know how else to explain it. Just like
You just have to wait and see.
just things that kind of blow my mind.
Yeah.
In terms of like time and stuff like that.
And then we'll have another fun fact.
Oh yeah, we'll always do that.
And
So that's something you guys can
I'll have to think of a fun fact.
forward to. I don't know. Let us know, like, in the comments, like, do you guys like this new format? Do you like actually being able to see our faces? Or is it like a Harhaka moment where you're, like, absolutely disgusted?
Please no.
Yeah, just keep it to yourself. Anonymously email, maybe. I don't know. We do have an email.
We do.
Can't remember what it is at the moment. I'll put it in our... The thing I can't say that's on your profile. Can't say it on TikTok. I don't know if I can say it on other platforms. But you can find it on our profile. We'll have things like linked if you ever want to email us with some creepy stories, suggestions, comments, preferably not hate mail. And
if you can help yourself.
Yeah, and we're really excited. I don't know. I feel really good about our new format. So if you don't like it, I'm probably not going to change it. But I would love to know, we would love to know how you guys feel about it. Because it is a lot different than what our vibe used to be. Mm-hmm. And we have more exciting stuff coming too. So I guess that's it.
Exciting.
Yeah. Okay. Goodbye.
Yeah, bye.